how are you all doing today? As you know, there has been quite a few life changes on the Daily Bumps channel, and so we thought it'd be fun to do a little Q&A today and answer all those burning questions. Brian will be in and out answering some questions with me, and so let's go ahead and get started. This portion of today's video is sponsored by Prodigy, and I am so excited to tell you about them, which leads us to our first question. They asked, did the boys move schools? If so, how is that going for both you and the boys? So yes, as you know, last year I homeschooled both the boys, and this year we decided to put them in a more structured environment. They are doing really, really good. I'm so proud of them. They have adjusted really well into going from homeschool to regular school. I will say with Brian and I, we both work from home. We both work outside of the home as well. Running businesses, life can be pretty chaotic. And sometimes even when the boys get home from school, we don't always have time to jump right into homework and stuff. And so that is why we've been using Prodigy math games for Oliver. When he gets home, he is so excited to sit down on his iPad and play Prodigy. I'm gonna show you it a little bit right here. So Prodigy math game is a role-playing game where players can level up their character, they can collect and evolve pets, go on quests, gather collectibles in the world of Prodigy, and they can do this all while solving personalized curriculum-aligned math games. And so Ollie doesn't even realize he is basically learning while playing games. He gets really, really involved in his apps, and so this is an awesome way for him to continue his education at home, practicing his math while I'm getting a little bit more work done. And I will say it is basically guilt-free and healthy screen time for Ollie, and so that makes my life so much easier. I feel good that while I'm working on stuff, he's actually learning still, and he's having fun while doing it. I also love that Prodigy offers a parent dashboard, so you can keep an eye on how your kids are doing progress-wise. You can even generate personalized practice sheets for them. So this gives me, the parent, personalized access to him, making sure that he is improving, doing good in his schoolwork, and overall, it's just been an amazing tool that we have used for Ollie after school. You know, most kids, when they get home from school, they usually just want to jump right onto their iPad. And I don't mind that, as long as there's some sort of educational tool involved in it. And so that is why we love Prodigy math games. So if you guys are interested in this for your child, I'll go ahead and put a link down below in the description where you can learn more and join today at prodigy.com. Thanks again to Prodigy for sponsoring this portion of today's video. Now on to our next question. Okay, next question is, are you still living in the RV or do you have a house? Yes, we are officially living in our house. We did the RV life for about 8 months off and on. When we weren't in the RV, we were either at my parents' or we were traveling, doing Airbnbs, going out of town. It was a really, really fun lifestyle. We had fun while doing it, but I will say when it was time to be over, it was time to be over, and so we bought a house. Okay, next question is, do you live by Cassie and your parents anymore? So yes, we still live in California, which was also a big question everyone asked us. We still live in California and we still live by our family. Cassie can easily come over for dinner. My parents can come over for dinner. We can go there. We are not in the same town anymore, but we're still quite close. Okay, next question is, are you ever going to have a third baby? Oh my gosh, I get this question all the time. Actually, I have quite a big, pretty serious update on this. I actually am going to make a separate video because it is a very long story, so stay tuned. I'm gonna film it very, very soon. Big, big update on it, and I'm excited to finally talk about it with you guys. All right, next question. Knowing Karma is a very anxious pup, how was he during all these new transitions? So yes, Karma can be a little bit anxious. When we originally sold our house, he basically was staying with my parents, which he knows, loves, and is very comfortable in their home. So it was a very easy transition for him, not a big deal. But now that we live in our new house, which is obviously a smaller backyard, it has been a little bit tough on him. We have definitely noticed that he's become a little bit more anxious because he doesn't have that way to like really get his energy out, and not necessarily his energy, but I think running around just gets out that anxiety that he tends to get. We try to take him on lots of walks. We try to take him to the dog park as much as possible, but it has been definitely a change. I will say though, he seems overall healthier. At our old house, he would be running and jumping so much that usually he would be limping the next day. He's getting older. He's 11 years old, which I hate even saying. As much as I like that he's active, I actually don't want him to be be too active because he goes a little too hard and he really hurts his joints and his muscles, which makes me really sad. Okay, next question. Your community looks awesome. Sports, lakes, ATVs, together. How did you find it? We love our community, and that is why we really decided to move here. There's so much going on. We live in a lake community where we can swim in it, fish in it, boat in it, ski in it, wakeboard in it. It is amazing. We have sports in this community. They have events almost weekly, if not more than weekly. We have friends immediately the kids just make friends easily. So it was so awesome coming here. How did we find it? We actually have family that lives here. In fact, you might even know them. My Aunt Linda lives here, and then so does my cousins Rose and Casey, who have Olivia and Emily, who you've probably seen a little bit in our vlogs. That made it even easier because we basically just moved into a community where we can just golf cart to each other's houses, help each other out. It's just been honestly amazing. Okay, I thought this would be a good question for me to answer. Do you miss the chickens and fresh eggs? Oh my gosh, I think that is probably the #1 thing I miss from our old house. I miss my chickens. I miss going out there, feeding them, gathering eggs. I miss eating their fresh eggs. They're so good. The best eggs you could ever have. Nothing compares other than your backyard fresh eggs. So yes, I miss that so much, and I do hope one day I can have that back again. All right, for this next question, I think I'm gonna need a special guest. So how about a little bit of YouTube magic?
Whoa.
Oh, hello.
How's it
going? We're doing a Q&A. We needed your help.
Oh, okay, yeah.
We're gonna answer some questions. Okay.
I'm ready for you.
Here we go. It's a hard one. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
What is it like living in a smaller house?
Well, there's less to clean.
Less
so
to clean. #1 positive to the smaller house.
But also, like, we're not so spread out, so it's easier to get to each other. I feel like we connect a lot more as a family.
Definitely. I've noticed a big change in the kids. In our old house, it was like constant fear. They'd be like, Mom, where are you? Where are you? And now they just like say, Mom, and they find me.
What are you doing?
Go.
Go away. See, we can't get rid of them. He's like setting up to watch us.
Yeah.
We're like, no, go away.
This is a good one.
Okay.
What made you decide to dump the fancy life for a more simple suburban lifestyle?
Fancy life? I don't think we had a fancy life. We just had a bigger kitchen.
I agree. I don't think we ever thought we had a fancy life or ever like described our life as fancy.
Because we fancy like.
I know, right? We were always fancy like. But you know, I do understand that this is like a simpler life, I guess, just because we don't have as big of a house.
I wouldn't even say it's simpler. I would say it's just different.
It's just different.
Yeah, we have a lot of community. We have a lot of like different places we can go that are close by, but we're not so confined to, I don't know.
And I think the main reason we made the decision is because we wanted community. We were kind of living in a place where we didn't have a lot of people around us, and we wanted to give our kids like more things to do, more places to go, and of
more
course,
friends.
Yeah, and that's exactly what we did. We love it here. Does Brian cringe at the old vlogs?
Yeah, a little bit.
He does a little bit. It depends on the vlog too.
Yeah,
like,
of course.
But
it's always been hard for me to watch myself anyway, but it really is crazy just how much we've grown since we've started YouTube to now.
yeah, pretty great.
It's kind of cool that we have all that.
We love looking back, but it can be kind of weird sometimes to watch us. All right, this is a good one. You know, I'm just gonna ask it for them. Is there room for a new baby if we decided to have another?
A new baby?
A new baby.
Where would we put it?
I mean, the baby's like this big, so I feel like we could just fit it anywhere.
Just go in the drawer.
Put it in a drawer.
Okay.
It'd be fine.
In the tub.
I think we can make room.
I think
if
there's
we
probably
wanted.
room. Yeah. Ollie and Finn have been sharing the same bed anyway, so
Yeah.
Finn's room is kind of becoming obsolete.
Definitely. If we decide we want another, we'll make room. Not even worried about it. All right.
It could be my VR room though.
We could turn it into a VR room. What do you like to do for fun with your family? Now that we live in this community, we love going down to the lake.
Yeah, we can just hop on the golf cart. We can drive down to the lake, any of the beaches, any of the playgrounds. We love going to sports practices now. So Finn plays baseball, Ollie plays football. we go to practices, we go to games, we're in charge of like snacks.
Yes, we have like
stuff
snack
now.
duty. I'm like the snack mom
We're
sometimes.
full suburban mode, you guys. Moving
It's
full.
true, it is true. If we're not out and about, I would say one of our favorite things to do as a family is to watch a movie. The boys love movie nights.
Missy loves doing puzzles with them too, or
Yep.
board games.
We make popcorn. We love to just hang out and cuddle on the couch.
Finn and I play video games. We do
Yes.
Fortnite or the new Hot Wheels video game.
Do you think the boys will appreciate the move when they are older?
Oh yeah. I mean, they already do.
I think they already see. I think for a while they were like, why did we move before we bought the house? But then once we bought the house, I think it's all starting to make sense now, and they're just like, yes, we have friends now. We get to go places and do things. And
Yeah.
so I definitely see that they're already appreciating it, and I know down the road when they look back and they see the two lifestyle differences, I think they're gonna really appreciate what we chose here.
Totally.
Okay, last and final question. You ready? How long do you guys see yourself living in this house before moving on?
I don't know. It's not forever.
Nope, it's not forever. In fact, I used to think that our other house, I used to think that maybe that house was our forever house. And I really quickly learned that really nothing is forever. You know, everything goes in cycles and changes, and it's kind of the fun part about life. And
Yeah.
this is our right now house, and we love it, and we're super happy. But you know, in just 1 year, so many things can change, and I have no idea what's gonna happen.
A lot could change. We might be living in a different house. We might be Airbnb-ing this house out. Y'all
Yeah.
want to live at the Daily Bumps house? I don't know. Like,
Yeah.
there's just a lot of different things we can do.
Absolutely,
Moving
yeah.
forward. We want to be in that mindset where we can go wherever we want and do whatever we want.
And
Kinda
that's-
go with the flow.
And that's pretty much why we bought this house. The other house was just kind of like weighing us down, feeling like we always had to be taking care of something, and it was just so much. And now we kind of have that freedom that, you know, whatever we want to do, we can do. And so this is just a much easier lifestyle for us for sure. But anyways, that's pretty much our life update Q&A.
We're hitting with the ending.
Yeah. I
Yes.
hope you guys enjoyed this video.
If you have any other questions that we didn't answer, put them in the comments below, and
Yeah.
we'll be responding back to you guys.
Yeah,
out
we'll
there.
respond down in the comments, and maybe you'll even see your question in a future video.
Yeah.
So leave us some questions, and we'll see you guys in our next video. Bye!
Peace.